Hello, Swiftie sis. Today we're going to learn how to play Father Figure exactly how Taylor would play it on guitar. I'll be your father figure. I'll drink that brown liquor. I can make deals with the devil because my check's bigger. So as of this moment, we currently have 0 live acoustic performances of Taylor playing any of these songs on guitar. But I'm going to do my best guesstimate as to how I think that she would approach playing this as if this was the acoustic set of the Eras tour. So I'm going to give you the chords, the strumming, and the dynamics that I think that she would do. Also, if you would like to fully jam with me from beginning to end through Father Figure, as well as having the Showgirl era themed Printable guide in front of you, complete with the chord charts, the strumming, and the full set of lyrics, all of those things are available to you over at patreon.com/fearlessfam. You can sign up to become a Cruel Strummer, and you'll have access to every single Printable guide and full playthrough that I put out for all of my TS lessons. So feel free to go check that out. It is the place to be if you are a guitar Swiftie. So to play Father Figure exactly how I think Taylor would play it, we're going to capo all the way up to the 7th fret, which I know is crazy. I think it's super rare that we ever see her capo up that high, but I am just so committed to this group of chords because I feel like this is the closest that we're gonna get to what she would actually play. And sometimes it's a little weird when you capo up super high, it starts to sound a little pitchy, but I think this actually fits the song perfectly. Just a really easy way to explain the way that my brain sees this is that the starting key in the song, if you have the capo somewhere else, you may start with an easy group of chords, but when that key change comes in, that can change the whole thing, and then you end up with some bar shapes. We also have 11 chords, by the way, which is absolutely insane. A lot to memorize, especially if you are a beginner. I'm going to teach you the song section by section, and if you just need to learn a section at a time, that's okay. Do it at your own pace. But I'm going to go ahead and start us off with A minor to E minor to our F over C, which if you are not familiar with this shape, this is basically how Taylor makes her F major chord in lieu of doing a bar shape. So it's basically a C major with your pinky under that ring finger on the 4th string of the 3rd fret, strummed down from the 5th, just like that. And then we're actually going to have a C major. Next up, we have a D minor 7. We're going to have a D major. And then we're going to have an F sharp minor 7. It's basically like making an F over C, except you're going to move that entire shape over 1 fret. And then you're going to move this 2nd finger down 1 string so it gets its own string. You'll actually hear a note because I just have this finger here. When you make your F over C, I have it there because it's like making a C major, it makes it easy. But then when you make that F sharp minor 7 and it's on its own string, you strum down from the 5th. Get that. I'm sure you can guess what part of the song that's in. It sounds really familiar. From here, we're going to have an A7, an E7. We're going to have a G6, which basically is just the top 2 strings of a G chord. So the 6th string and the 5th string. And then we're going to have a G7, which basically you just add your 1st finger onto the 1st string of the 1st fret. And those are all 11 chords. Our first progression takes place during the verses and starts off on A minor to E minor to F over C to C major. And we're going to play through that progression 3 times, and then the last time through is going to be A minor to E minor to F over C for 2 measures. And then we're going to end on a G7, so just bump these fingers up here, and you're going to strum down 1 time. So I saw potential. So the strumming for the verses, we're going to keep really simple. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and, or down, 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 up for each chord. When I found you, you were young. We were lost in the cold. Pulled up to you in the jag. Turn your rags into gold. The winding road leads to the chateau. You remind me of a young Our second progression takes place during the choruses, and it starts off on C major to E minor, nice easy transition, to our F over C, to our D minor 7, and then quick chord change to G7. So you'll play that twice, and then we're gonna go around one more time and it's gonna end a little differently. So we start off back again on the C major to E minor, F over C, and then our D minor 7. Now the strumming for the chorus is just gonna be a little bit different, but will contain elements of our verse strumming. So the main pattern that we're gonna have here is down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up for each chord, except for when we have that quick chord change between the D minor 7 to the G7. For those two chords, you're just going to use our verse strumming. So I'll just give you a little example. I'll be your father figure. I drink that brown liquor. I can make deals with the devil because my check's bigger. This love is pure profit. Just step into my office. I dry your tears with my sleep. Leave it with me. I protect the family. Leave it with me. I protect the family. Our third progression takes place during the bridge, and it starts off on our D minor 7 to our G7, C major to E minor, and then we're going to go back to D minor 7 to G7, from E minor, now to A minor, back again to D minor 7, I know this is a long one, to G7, now from C to F over C. One last time, D minor 7 for 2 measures this time. And then 2 measures of E7. I protect the family. So for our bridge progression, we are going to use the same exact strumming pattern that we used in the chorus, that down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up for each chord, except when we get to that E7, we will strum it that way, but we will also have a single down strum. I'll just go ahead and play through. I saw a change in you, my dear boy. They don't make loyalty like they used to. Your thoughtless ambition sparked the ignition on foolish decisions, within misguided visions meant to fulfill your dreams. Yet again, rid of me. I protect the family. Our fourth progression takes place during the final chorus, and this is going to be kind of a big part here because we have a key change. But we're going to start with the original chord progression because that's where we're still in the original key. So we have our C major to E minor, F over C to our D minor 7. And you're going to play through that progression twice, but on the second time, that D minor 7, you're actually just going to strum it down once, and then there's going to be no chord, and that's when our key change comes in. And now we're going to switch from C to D, from E minor to F sharp minor 7, remember that shape? Then from our F over C to a G6. And then we're going to have E minor to A7. And that is going to be the progression for the rest of the song. So when we play this final chorus here, there's going to be some different strumming dynamics that happen. So we're going to single down strum coming in for each chord, but then we're going to do like a palm muted thing. And then we'll just go full strum on everything else, and then we'll end it with some single down strums. I was your father figure. We drank that brown liquor. You made a deal with this devil. Turns out my check's bigger. You wanna fight, you found it. I got the place surrounded. You'll be sleeping with the fishes before you know you're drowning. Whose portraits on your mantle? Who covered up your scandals? Mistake my kindness for weakness and find your chord canceled. I was your father figure. You pulled the wrong trigger. This simply belongs to me. Leave it with me. I protect the family. Leave it with me. I protect the family. Leave it with me. You know, you remind me of a younger me. I saw potential. And that is how to play father figure exactly how I think that she would play it on guitar. If you would like to take it a step further and fully jam along with me to this track and have access to my printable guide with the chord charts, the strumming, and the full set of lyrics in front of you, you can access both of those things over at patreon.com/fearlessfam. Sign up to become a Cruel Strummer. It is the place to be if you are a guitar Swiftie, and I will catch you in the next one.